Now the teams are on the field just waiting for the official word from the officials to go ahead and get started. While we're waiting on that word, we'll talk about the rules again a little bit. These are spring jamboree games, so kicking game will not be totally live. We'll do no kickoffs. We'll put the ball on the 35-yard line, as you can see there on the field. Teams will be allowed to kick field goals and extra points, but there won't be any rushing. On fourth down, if a team chooses to punt, we'll do a simulated punt. We'll move the ball 35 yards downfield unless they decide they want to go for it on fourth down. Each team has one timeout per quarter. That will be a 1-minute timeout. Teams are given 10 minutes to warm up in between each game. There are no tiebreakers in case we run into any ties. 2 minutes between the quarters, and the ball will change possession between the quarters as well. And as you see, they've been given the green light on the field to start this game off. And we started off with Evangel, the Lightning in the blue, and they'll have it on offense. Quarterback is Micah Murphy, I believe. Start things off with a pass out to number 44, John Lloyd. And Lloyd staying on his feet. They're having a hard time dragging him down, and he's going to get all the way to the Kingwood inside the 42-yard line.
It's perfectly executed. Just hit him right in the flats, and just a great job of keeping his feet going and keeping the motion going forward. That's a fantastic job there by the big fullback, coming out of the flat, making a big play on the first play of the game here against Kingwood.
So first down for the Lightning, and near the 41-yard line. Shotgun formation for Evangel. Hand off to the first guy through. It's number 19, Bradley Baggett, and he is in for a very quick touchdown against the Lions.
This is a perfectly executed option play. There they went for the dive, and quarterback fake like he had the ball. That ball fake really, just for a fraction of a second, secured the linebackers to come up just a little bit. Misread just a tad by Kingwood, but that's all he needed. And Bradley Baggett goes into the end zone.
And Micah Murphy will be the kicker. Try the point after. No rush. Point after is up and good. A nice looking kick there for a high school kid.
Yeah, and really, I'm so impressed with this Evangel Lightning football team. And they came out last game against a very, very good Evangel out of Montgomery, and they did a fantastic job. Taking a look here at the Tony Sarah Ford scoring drive. Pretty easy, Carl. 2 plays, 65 yards in 26 seconds.
Doesn't take much time off the clock to do that, so we'll reset. And Kingwood gets to go on offense for the first time against the Evangel Lightning. We'll see what Kingwood brings out for us on this particular series.
We talked to Coach Sheldon Ward, head coach of Kingwood, and one of the things he said early on was they play so many young guys, and so it's really about adjusting and teaching here in the spring.
Quarterback this time for Kingwood is number 12, Tyler Henderson. And the handoff went to Matthew Allen. We saw a lot of him in the first game.
We did, and Logan Smith is the guy that comes up with the big tackle for Kingwood. The rising senior is a tight end, listed as a tight end, defensive end. Number 21 blew that play up.
About a 3-yard loss on the play back to the 32-yard line. Second down and 13 for the Lions. Henderson with the snap. Fumbles on the snap. He has to fall on it back at the 24-yard line, and we'll see if that was a fumble on the snap. It was. He never got his hands on the snap. I think he was going to try to toss that ball to the guy that was in motion and just kind of got a little ahead of himself as he tried to turn.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. They were trying to go with a bit of a jet sweep formation where they timed the snap at the same time they timed that handoff, where it's just a bang-bang issue, a bang-bang play. And, you see this a lot in baseball where the guy just takes his eye off the ball just for a hair and loses the ball. And good job by him to get back on top of it, but really sets this team up back in terrible field position here, third and forever.
You mentioned the young guys for Kingwood. This quarterback is only an 8th grader. And he's going to be sacked back behind the line of scrimmage and lose some more all the way back to the 20-yard line. So kind of a trial by fire here for Tyler Henderson going against these kids from Evangel.
Right, and really, I think you can credit the Evangel Christian defense, but you really can give them one play because the other 2 plays were mistakes by Kingwood. And you mentioned it, how they're young, and this is a young quarterback, and so a lot of this is going to be training and realizing, hey guys, we're not where we want to be. Let's not get discouraged by the scoreboard. Let's just try to get better each and every series.
Yeah, getting these young kids this much experience early on in 8th grade like that, by the time they're a junior or senior, they are well-experienced veteran ball players and have no problem going out on the field and getting the job done.
Exactly. We see this, and it's a lot of, especially with a lot of football that is on the smaller levels. You have to play a lot of those young guys early, and it's cyclical, though, so we'll see how they respond here in this next drive.
Micah Murphy keeps it for himself, and he's hard to drag down as well as he goes to the Kingwood 40-yard line to pick up a first down for the Lightning.
I want you to take a look at number 11's legs. Here, Micah Murphy does not stop moving his legs, and this is what they teach you. This is one of the core basics of running the football is don't stop your legs with the first guy, because especially if they try to attack you high, you can still gain ground, and here he picks up a first down merely on his effort. So many yards after contact. Micah Murphy, fantastic football player here for the Lightning.
First down for Evangel at the 40-yard line. Reminder that we are streaming live at TV24.tv all day long today. If you have someone who can't catch the game on TV outside our local area and like to watch, just be sure to send them that link or tell them to tune in to TV24.tv. This time the handoff to Lloyd, and Lloyd, only one guy between him and the end zone. He's not going to make the tackle. And we have another touchdown for Evangel.
2 things worked out perfectly there. They did the exact same thing Kingwood Christian tried to do the last series, where they timed the snap with the handoff, and they executed it perfectly, and great blocking downfield. Take a look at big number 61's block, and then also number 19, who we saw earlier on the last possession, Bradley Baggett, who had a fantastic block down the sideline, and coasting into the end zone is John Lloyd.
Murphy for the point after. They keep scoring this quickly over and over. We're not going to see a lot of these guys on offense to see what they can do.
Right, and if my stats are here correct, we'll see the scoring drive, but I think it's another 2-play drive. So in 4 snaps of the football, we have a situation with Kingwood Christian where you have a turnover, and then which leads to a punt. Here, 2 plays, 55 yards, a minute and 2 seconds. Took them just a little bit longer than the 26 seconds the last to go around, but just a fantastic effort here by the Lightning.
Well, we give a quick mention to the folks in Glencoe, Alabama today at the Big Chief Drive-In. Got a message earlier that they are tuned in at the Big Chief, watching the football games live on TV24 today. So thanks to the folks at the Big Chief. If you want to, yeah, that'd be fun. Go to the Big Chief, grab you some lunch, and watch the ball games with us for the rest of the day there at the Big Chief. Handoff this time for Kingwood, and nowhere to go as they are hit immediately as soon as the handoff is the handoff is made there. Can't get a number. I think that's number 4. That's Parker Foshi. They got the handoff, and then number 55, Luke Moore, with the tackle. He was right on top of him.
Yeah, he did. He was, and this play was actually well blocked for the majority of it. But there was a curl block that came back around from the backside, and he just couldn't get there fast enough. But sitting in great position was Luke Moore, able to make the tackle there in the open field.
We have a timeout taken on the field. Mentioned the Big Chief a few moments ago. I imagine on a beautiful sunny day like this that Jeff Word also has the cornhole tournament area out. And, plenty of people over there doing that for the day as well. That's become a new popular pastime there at Big Chief, along with the first Saturday car shows and things like that. They even had a show for Mini Coopers, a special day for Mini Cooper owners. There's a whole bunch of those around this area.
There really are. It's a collector's item. It's a fantastic car, and I know people have seen movies like The Italian Job and movies like that where that car got very popular, so I'm pretty sure that car shows has a lot of people in attendance.
2nd and 11 for Kingwood. Henderson with the hand this time to Dallas Tolles. Tolles is going to gain a couple of yards. It'll be 3rd down at about 9 for Kingwood.
Yeah, Tolles here, pretty solid vision early on. It's a gain of, really it's about a gain of 5 or so after the play before. Lost some, and Tolles will head to the sideline. Looks like he was holding his rib or his wrist there. So we'll see what's wrong with him, but a solid vision there just to gain some positive yards. Looking at a 3rd and 9 situation, so we'll see if Kingwood goes to the air here. So far, these plays have been really pretty well blocked. It's just the Lightning's defense has been a lot faster off the ball.
Henderson on the move. Long pass downfield. He overthrows his intended receiver. That was Colby Henderson, the intended receiver, just a little bit beyond his reach, but a nice-looking pass and a good idea. He was open.
Yeah, he was. And this is one of those things you work on in 7-on-7 camps. Luke Bayless was there defensively for the Lightning. He was behind the play, though, so if he's able to get his hands on the football, that's a 1st down. But things like that you can work on in the summertime because they'll go to 7-on-7 camps and they'll find ways to connect with receivers and quarterbacks. And we talked about it earlier. This is an 8th grade quarterback here for Kingwood Christian. So a lot of repetitions is what this offense will need moving forward.
Henderson chooses to go to the air again. Nice spiral, but he throws it out of bounds. His intended receiver was Parker Foshee, and he was well covered, so there really wasn't not much to do other than throw it out of bounds.
Right. You want to put it in those kind of situations, you want to put it in a position where either your player can get it or no one can get it, and that one, the latter, happened.
That was a 4th down play for Kingwood, so we'll have a turnover here. And Evangel Lightning will come back on offense.
Last time was 2 plays and a minute and change off the clock. Time before that was just over 20 seconds, so we'll see how fast they can get into the end zone this time around. They're really explosive. One of the things that I've found about this Evangel Lightning football team is they can really hurt you in so many ways, and they've done it so far through the air and on the ground. So we'll see what Murphy dials up on this series.
Murphy with the toss. Back to Baggett. And 1 play, 1 score. There we go again. Bradley Baggett with that option toss.
Baggett will get the touchdown, but watch this block here by 61. You saw it there on the backside of the screen. Jordan Bailey, number 61, with 2 great blocks and 2 consecutive touchdown runs. Watch 61 coming off the backside here, and just a blow-up block right there on the side of your screen. And Jordan Bailey, huge block there, and it springs him free for the touchdown.
Point after being attempted by Micah Murphy. And it is up and good. So 21-0 now our score, with Evangel leading Kingwood. And these Evangel kids, look at these guys. For a small private school, you usually don't see big, athletic, muscular guys playing football for a small private school.
Right, and you saw a prime example there just a minute ago of Big 61, Jordan Bailey. The scoring drive here, it looks even more impressive. Each and every drive looks more impressive than the last. And this time, just one play, 15 seconds off the clock and 36 yards, sprung by Jordan Bailey's fantastic block that you saw there on our replay. And Bradley Baggett goes into the end zone once again.
You know, we talk about this every year in the spring, and we'll get a shot here in a minute. As Evangel tries a little mix-up here, has some success out to the 42-yard line. Parker Foshee on the carry with a little double handoff there.
Yeah, you could see that they were been trying to go back to this really in a couple different ways out of their sets. But here, a well-designed play, well executed. First down, this is the first time on first down where they've gotten 5 or more yards. So here, second and short, which really opens up the playbook. You can throw it here and have some leeway. You can also run the football. So we'll see what Kingwood does here. But you mentioned it, this is that prime time.
Henderson in the shotgun. Fumble on the handoff. It's on the ground, but I think going to be recovered by Evangel. He tried to do the handoff to Parker Foshee, and Garrett Helmers comes up with it there at the line of scrimmage.
It's like 2 steps forward and 1 step back for Kingwood Christian right now. They would get a great play on first down, followed up by a fumble. They would have a nice play with a run on second down in their last series, and then followed up by 2 consecutive plays, moving backwards 13 yards and forced to punt. So one of the things that Kingwood Christian's coaches will do, led by Sheldon Ward, is make sure to build on each play. Consistency and execution forward each play.
Henderson is pancaked, and they take the ball from him. And there you go again. That is the big number 61 we were talking about earlier, Jordan Bailey. Well, they converge on Henderson and just take the ball right out of his hands.
This is just heads-up play by this big fella. And he's listed as a big fella here, plays offensive tackle and defensive tackle. But I tell you, he looked like a safety right there. He just took the football out of his hands, and don't tell him he can't run. It's a big man right there. He laid a lick there on the touchdown run. He had a great block to spring the touchdown on the series before that. Now gets himself a defensive touchdown. I'm telling you what, Big 61, Jordan Bailey, will be a big factor for the Lightning as they play 11-man football for the first time this fall.
Absolutely. 28-0 now the score here at the Gridiron Challenge. TV24's Gridiron Challenge had games last night, games today, games again on Monday. And then we've got the Calhoun County Spring Jamboree coming up Thursday and Friday later in the week. So a lot of football going on this week. And what I started referring to earlier, this is not only practice for these football teams, but it's practice for the officials as well. Mm-hmm. And this is one of those games we've got an observer on the field with the officials. He's got his iPad out. He's been videotaping plays, videoing the officials. So these guys are using this as you see them there. They are talking about things the officials can do better, plays they're missing, teaching younger officials new things, giving some training to the older officials, just making sure the officials are ready to go when football season gets here as well.
Yep, you're seeing the iPad right there in the back, and you saw Alan Gilbert, who is one of the guys that helps coordinate with all these officials. He was talking to the White Hat just before this series began, and like you said, just mixing up different things, different pieces of advice, because all the officials that come to officiate these games come from all different crews. So this is the first time a lot of these guys are all together at one spot, and it's a good time for all of them to kind of get on board, get on pace, and find out where they're making mistakes, what they're doing right, the positions they need to be in as they move forward. As we take a look here at one of the Evangel Christian Lightning players, number 13, Tyler Parks, listed as a rising junior running back and defensive back. He'll walk off somewhat on his own power with some help there from the trainer. So we'll wish him the best, because really goal number one coming out of spring, before winning, before making big plays, before even scoring one touchdown, is you want to come out injury-free. You don't want anybody to suffer any significant injuries that can keep them out for the fall. So we wish him the best. It looks like he's probably walking out on about 80% of his own power there. So we'll see what's going on with him. They'll check up on his ankle, on his leg. Hopefully he'll get back in this ball game.
2nd and 11 for Kingwood. Henderson back to pass. Pass is complete to the other Henderson on the field. That's Colby Henderson, and that'll be a first down inside Evangel territory.
Yeah, they had some pretty good success here with this play action. They kind of had a double play action there. That's a good pitch and catch there from both Hendersons. So now for Kingwood, it's can you sustain this? Can you get some more positive yards after this? We've seen this on first down where they get themselves in good position, 2nd and short. Here now back to a first down. So see if they can continue this and get on the scoreboard.
First down from the 47-yard line for the Lions. Again, going to the air, and his arm's going to be hit as he throws the ball. He's getting the pressure. He gets the ball knocked down, so an incomplete pass for Kingwood.
It's a good job here by the Evangel Christian defense. Really doesn't let this play develop as they want to. And one of the Evangel Lightning players able to disrupt the quarterback just a little bit. But it was really great defense on the backside of that, really on both guys, because Colby Henderson was covered, as was Parker Foshi, the intended receiver.
Second down and 10, handoff over the right side of the line. He'll be close to a first down. Tyler West gets the call there. Let's see where they mark him. He's going to be awful close to that first down.
Yeah, a missed tackle there, and great job to keep his foot alive. And Tyler West, a rising freshman, doing a solid job there of picking up the first down. They do say it's a first down. They won't measure. They'll go ahead and mark it. So 2 first downs now on this drive, and really for Kingwood, that's something to celebrate. That's the first time they've gotten 2 first downs on one drive. So working now inside the 40-yard line. We'll see what they put together here. So far, so good. Good, nice passing, nice running. And you would figure that with a young team, they would get more comfortable as the game goes along. You just don't want to be down 28-0 in the fall. You know, in the springtime, it's something to work on, but in the fall, it's different.
Inside handoff there is going to get back to the original line of scrimmage. Parker Foshi on the carry. No gain on that play. So still second down, this time at the 37-yard line.
We said earlier they'll play 2 quarters here, and closing in on the first quarter right here. And really for both teams, this is all 3 teams, I should say. Evangel Christian out of Montgomery, also the one out of Alabaster, and Kingwood, all basically getting a full game here against 2 different teams. So pretty good sample size for the coaches to go back and chew on.
Henderson, quick pass, and incomplete. Colby Henderson on a little quick slant across there. And Tyler Henderson just led him too far.
That's what you get with a young quarterback sometimes, and you're seeing a great shot there of Coach Sheldon Ward calling in the play to his quarterback, Tyler Henderson. And these are things that we said once again that you'll learn in these 7-on-7 camps. When it's just helmets, there's no shoulder pads, there's no padding below the waist, and so it's a lot of timing and routes.
Speaking of timing and routes, a perfect shot there, but he can't stay on his feet. But a great long play, Henderson to Henderson. It'll be first and goal at the 2-yard line for Kingwood.
Give a lot of credit here to Colby Henderson, slipping past the defender there. And this is just a fantastic pitch and catch there from Henderson to Henderson, Tyler Henderson to Colby Henderson. So we saw what Coach Sheldon Ward dialed up in this series, by far the most successful for Kingwood Christian.
And they got to punch it in here because this is going to be the last play of the quarter, and we're going to change possessions at the quarter. We're not going to have the opportunity to just continue on as we would in a normal game. We'll treat the quarter break as a halftime. So that's the end of the first quarter of action with Evangel Christian School, the Lightning at 28. Kingwood is the Lions. They are nothing right now. And I think we have some T-shirts. We've got the Evangel cheerleaders going to throw out some T-shirts. I think John's on the sideline with them.
We are, guys. We've got more of those core sports pigskin roundup touchdown T-shirts to give out. The Evangel cheerleaders are going to do it. Ladies, in 3, 2, 1, throw them. Good job, and we'll have more of those to give out throughout the day. So if folks are coming out to the stadium for some of the later games, guys will have more to give away.
All right, those core sports T-shirts there with the pigskin roundup. And those are popular T-shirts every year, both here and during regular football season. People love to get those core sports pigskin roundup T-shirts.
I promise you, every Friday night when we go to cover games, I get asked 2 questions the most often. Number 1 is, what's the score to blank blank game? The next big game that is being played that week. Number 2, can I get a touchdown T-shirt? And by far the touchdown T-shirts are the most popular, and some of the Kingwood fans getting a great chance, and the Evangel fans getting a great chance to get their hands on those T-shirts. Obviously not one of the schools in the immediate coverage area, so
right.
Good to see some of the ladies and the guys and the kids out there getting some gear.
There's a third question that always gets asked every Friday night as well. Mm-hmm. And that is, where's John Holder tonight?
Right.
Every shooter and guy that goes out and covers a ball game every Friday night has to answer the question, where is John Holder?
Exactly.
Everybody wants John Holder to be at their game
right
that week.
That's when you know it's a big one. When John and Danny and Don Wilson and that crew heads out to those games. And I'm sure John's antsy and ready to get back going in the fall. Just a few months now before we're kicking it off for real, and we will see how both of these teams look. We will, of course, try to keep track of Kingwood, Evangel, as well as Evangel out of Montgomery.
So we're going to flip the field just as if that were a halftime. Evangel back on offense.
It's kind of tough to see Kingwood Christian's sole great drive kind of end there on a sputter. They got down to the 3-yard line. Just some time management issues as the ball goes on the ground.
A fumble on the handoff there. We have a new quarterback in for the Lightning. That's Wyatt Rickles wearing number 12. And a little miscue there as they try the handoff. They'll lose a yard on the play. They tried to give that one to number 20, Nate Arvizu.
For the first time we saw this with the Evangel Lightning. That was a staple of what was going wrong with Kingwood, and now looks like Kingwood has gotten that under control. But it's not always easy trying to have those timed plays there on offense.
Rickles in at quarterback now. He is currently a freshman, an upcoming sophomore. Nice run around the right side, finding some room, and he'll gain to the 42-yard line.
Short side of the field there, they had the action flow to the wide side of the field, and the quarterback, Wyatt Rickles, just doing a good job of getting to the outside, and Kingwood using the sideline basically as an extra defender there on the option play.
You mentioned the way Kingwood's drive ended down here on the first and goal at the 2-yard line. Mm-hmm. Had enough time on the clock to run a play in quickly.
Right.
And it just time management issue there of probably forgot that was going to be treated like a halftime. They thought they had plenty of time to come back.
Right, and that's the reason why they do the setup is the way that it is, so that way teams can work on that 2-minute offense.
Rickles again on the carry, keeps it himself, gets to midfield, picks up a first down for the Lightning.
It's a well-designed play here. This is run all the way, and you see there he's got a lead blocker, the 22, Chase Callahan, picks up a first down there for the Lightning.
Parker Foshee gets in there, makes the tackle to pull him down. First down at the 50. Looks like another new quarterback. And that player is not on our roster. It is number 8, and we do not have a number 8 on our roster, which happens all the time in these spring games. Incomplete rosters. We have a flag on the play, though.
One of the things that I find funny when we talk about spring rosters with coaches, a lot of times what happens is guys will come out for spring, they'll have a number, they'll have a jersey, and then they'll either realize they can't do it or they don't want to, or you add a guy that wants a different number and then the numbers change. So it's kind of a fluid situation, especially in the spring.
Yeah, they don't practice in their game jerseys, so then they pull out the jerseys to come down here,
right,
and realize last night maybe they didn't have that number. So another flag on the play will back up Evangel a little bit more, all the way back to the 40-yard line now. So that'll be 1st and 20 for the Lightning. First time they've been in this kind of an offensive situation today.
Yep. It's the first time they've really shot themselves in the foot, and they've done it kind of in a hard way here.
Rickles is back in at quarterback. Handoff to Arvizu. He'll gain 5 to the 45-yard line. That's not Arvizu. That's number 22, Chase Callahan. These longer drives like this, winding time off the clock pretty quickly. We're already down to 5 minutes. And there we have number 8 back in at quarterback with a nice run up to the 40-yard line. That is going to be a first down, it looks like, for the Lightning.
It is.
He paid for it with a nice hard tackle at the end there, though. Look how it snaps his body when he gets hit.
It's a good tackle there. 42.
Matthew Allen.
Yep, Matthew Allen for Kingwood Christian. It's a good shot there of the quarterback that comes in, and so Murphy's the main guy, and then they'll throw in number 8. As we said, he's not on our roster. We'll look to see if we can get his number, give that guy some credit. He certainly earned it.
Freshman Wyatt Rickles at quarterback again this time. They're swamping him in and out. Handoff to Callahan, and Callahan gets to the 34-yard line. Just a simple handoff right here. Nice hole to run through. His offensive line opened up a big enough hole that he had gained 2, 3, 4 yards before he ever even got hit by anyone from Kingwood.
Exactly. We're seeing a little different formation here from Evangel. They're going really wide spreads. Wide 4 receiver sets.
Four minutes remaining in this matchup.
Dalton Douglas is seeing a great shot of the 6'1", 255-pound senior for this ball club.
So it's not just Evangel that has big guys.
Right. Oh, yeah.
On the team either. That's a pretty hefty kid right there. Third down from the 36-yard line for the Lightning. Quarterback keeper. Flag comes in behind the play. Play will gain to the 34-yard line. We'll see what the flag is. Good to have a hold against the offense. The next game coming up immediately after this one will be Hanley and Jacksonville. The Golden Eagles taking on Hanley. This will be a JV matchup. They're bringing their JV squads out to participate in the challenge today. They will play 2 8-minute JV quarters, and then you'll see Hanley and St. Clair County, followed by Jacksonville and St. Clair County. And then our final game of the day later this afternoon is Anniston and Leeds. They'll play a couple of varsity quarters and a JV quarter as well to get these JV guys some experience out here on this amazing football field. Rickles fakes the handoff, decides to keep it on his own, and he'll make it all the way to the 30-yard line. And very near again, a first down. We'll see where the mark is.
It's a great shot here, low angle shot of Rickles, and that's just a good job of dodging that tackle. And one of the things that Kingwood Christian will work on, especially during fall camp and when they get the pads back going on, is wrapping up on those tackles. Because if you're susceptible to those plays, especially in the open field, you can give up a whole lot of yards, and Rickles makes them pay there.
First down at the 30-yard line for Evangel. And there we have a miscue on the snap, and the quarterback has to just fall on it. Back at the 43-yard line, so a 7-yard loss on that.
We talked earlier about Kingwood really shooting themselves in the foot, not putting two good plays together. They would have one play and then back 2 steps, and we're kind of seeing that right now out of Evangel Christian. It looks like some of the younger guys are getting in for this football team. Is you have to be able to sustain drives, and once you get a first down, build on that, and you get another first down, build on that. 7-8 yard chunks. You can't put yourselves in second and 20 situations like close to they are now.
Second and 17. Rickles back out at quarterback. Almost a miscue on that snap. Handoff goes to Davis Windsor, upcoming junior. He'll gain a couple yards to the 35-yard line.
Don Murphy is the head coach. He's also the guy that calls in the plays, and they do it old school style. They'll run the quarterback out there. So Wyatt Rickles will run to the sideline, send the play into his team. And it's a good way to sustain drives. It really takes off a lot of time off the clock between plays. And so see what Coach Murphy dialed up here on 3rd and long.
Rickles around the right end, decides to keep it himself. He'll get to the 25-yard line.
Missed tackles really plaguing this Kingwood Christian defense. There's one missed tackle. There's another missed tackle. And close to a first down here. We have looks like 4th and 4, 4th and 5. It's a good situation right here. This is a good place for Kingwood because you have a makeable field goal, and they're going to bring their field goal unit out.
And this is not necessarily a makeable field goal for a high school kicker, but we're going to see what this kid can do, and it's short. 42 yards was the attempt, which is a little long for most high school kickers.
Right.
But seeing this kid kick earlier and his extra points, I thought he could probably do it.
That, and then when I was saying makeable, not necessarily makeable across the board, makeable for very good kickers, and Murphy is one of those good kickers, and that's the reason why Don Murphy went with the field goal attempt there, just to see what his guys are capable of doing in these kind of games. And obviously 42 yards is really young, but what I like about these jamborees and the way that they're set up is that you do get kickers some quality work like that. And on both the punting units and the kicking units, as well as the kick coverage units, they don't get the full live action because of injuries, but we'll see how they roll here coming up in these next games. All the games basically going by some of the same rules in the kicking game.
Kingwood back on offense for a couple of more plays anyway. A complete pass to Austin Franklin. Franklin will pick up a first down. He'll get all the way to the 32-yard line.
If you remember way back in their first series, they ran this play, and they ran it well, and they did it once again here. It's a simple play. It's a play of either a tight end or a guy out of the backfield just going to the flats, and he comes up with a nice catch there. Set up another first down here for Kingwood.
Yeah, Kingwood's called the timeout as the clock is ticking down, and just to give them an opportunity to do one more good play, get another play in, and get their guys one more opportunity to get some licks in, end on a high note. As we mentioned earlier, the next matchup is going to be Hanley and Jacksonville in a JV matchup. You get to see the JV guys play. Remember, everything is live on TV 24 where you're watching us now, but if you have to leave your TV or if you need to call a friend or anything like that, somebody outside of our viewing area who would like to watch, everything is streaming live at tv24.tv. I checked out the live stream myself on my phone before we started this game, and it's working well, looks great. So you can watch it on your phone, your mobile device, your iPod, your iPad, whatever you happen to be watching on. And an incomplete pass there is going to stop the clock with 17 seconds left. And if you're on your mobile phone especially, if you can't find the live streaming through the website tv24.tv on your phone or your mobile device, if you will download the Livestream app. So Livestream is the company, Livestream app. Download that app, search for WEAC TV 24, and you'll find the stream there via Livestream as well, if you can't go through the website to get it. And almost into that on a great pass, but just off the fingertips of Kingwood's number 13, Dallas Tolles.
The ball hung up there for a little while, and the defensive back for Evangel Christian really blurred the vision, I would say. That's the only thing I could say from Dallas Tolles, because from an open perspective, he was wide open. The defensive back there doing a pretty good job of getting hands up in the air, and Tolles unable to come away with a catch, but he had nothing but green grass in front of him. That would have been 6.
Guy Boyd at quarterback for this final series for Kingwood. He hands off to his fullback, number 37, Gabe Thomas. And time will expire. That's going to be it for this 3-game round-robin matchup between Evangel Christian of Alabaster, Evangel Christian of Montgomery, and Kingwood Christian of Alabaster. Gerhard, it has been a fun morning to get to see the smaller private independent schools play football. We don't get to see that very often.
Exactly. Where a lot of the schools that the teams that will be playing in this jamboree, and a lot of teams that are the more popular teams in the area play in the HSAA, and these are the independent teams. And obviously the storyline going into this one with Evangel Christian out of Alabaster, this is the first time playing 11-man football, and I'll tell you, they did well for themselves.
They were prepared. I would have liked to have seen them. I think when I think of 8-man football, I kind of think of arena football for some reason. But I would have liked to have seen this Evangel team playing that 8-man game under regular circumstances. I bet they were quite a team to watch.
Exactly, and you add 3 more people on the field, and it makes all the difference in the world. And Coach Don Murphy has to be super excited with the footing that his guys have right now after spring camp, and then especially after playing 2 different opponents and playing well.
Absolutely, and playing in a great atmosphere here at Jacksonville State University. John Holder is on the field. Let's go down.
Got Coach Don Murphy of the Evangel Lightning, and very impressive performance in both halves or both games today by your football team.
It was a lot of fun. It's the first time we've been able to play 11-man, and kind of just wanted to see what we had, what we could do, and I'm very pleased with the way the boys came out and played.
I think everybody in the stadium is impressed with your quarterback, Micah Murphy. He really showed out today. Tell us about this young man.
He's done well. He's done well the last 2 years, and hope he has some opportunity to play at the next level, and we're going to be working on that this summer and hope we can do that.
When you told your guys back a couple months ago, I guess, that you were going to come and play at Jacksonville State University and play in a Division I stadium, what was the reaction of your guys?
Oh, we were fired up, buddy. I mean, this is an opportunity we couldn't turn down, and I can't say we couldn't be more excited about the way it turned out, too.
After having played here and talking with some of the guys and folks on the sidelines, what's been the reaction of your team to playing here today?
Oh, they're walking about a mile high right now. And, it's been a lot of fun. It's been great for us. Good way to end the spring season and get us started for the fall.
Coach, good luck on the 2016 season. Thank you for coming to Jacksonville.
Appreciate it.
Don Murphy, head coach of the Evangel Lightning, guys, and we've got both teams, Jacksonville and Handley, both on the field warming up, getting ready for more football in about 8 minutes.
All right, thank you very much, John. As we said, 8 minutes away, we'll have another Good football matchup for you. This is expected to be a JV matchup between Hanley and the Jacksonville Golden Eagles. There you see the final for this game. We'll be back in just a moment for the next matchup on the 2016 Gridiron Challenge.